Welcome to another tutorial from brokermentor.com.au. In this tutorial we're going to look at the basic servicing calculator and just run through a simple calculation for some clients who are looking at buying an investment property. In this instance we have some clients whose owner-occupied residence is worth $500,000. They have a current loan for $200,000 with their current repayments being $14,200 a year. They're looking at buying an investment property worth $450,000, which means they'll need to borrow the full $450,000 and the repayments will end up being $31,950 on that debt. The estimated rental on that property is $23,400 a year or $11,700 a year each. To start, in order to gain the most out of or most tax advantage for our clients, the first thing that we'd look at doing is taking the deposit for the new property out of the equity in the existing property rather than cross-collateralizing. So if we do that, we'll add $100,000 in against this property as a new debt, which will bring those repayments to $7,100 on the new debt. Now this debt, the $200,000, is not tax deductible, whereas the new debt of $100,000 will be tax deductible, or the interest thereof will be tax deductible. So by doing this, we reduce the loan on the new property to $350,000 or under 80% of the value of that property. That gives us enough funds to complete. We'll assume, for the sake of making an easy calculation, that they have the additional funds to cover stamp duty, etc. Right, now we'll move into the actual servicing calculator. So here today I'm using the Genworth servicing calculator, which is one of the most common calculators that you'll use. We're looking at a total refinance, so the total debt will end up being $650,000, being the $200,000 that they originally owed and the $450,000 that they're actually borrowing to buy this house. There's no single adults in the household. There's one couple and two children. They have an existing credit card with a debt of $10,000. Now John's gross annual income is $50,000 a year and Jane's is $40,000 a year. Now if we look down the bottom, the maximum loan amount, $404,000. We're still not quite there. So now we'll include the gross rental. If we go back to our worksheet, we'll see that each party will receive $11,700 of the rental, so we'll add that in to the servicing calculator. Some lenders actually discount the amount of gross rental. The Genworth calculator actually does that automatically for you. You'll see that our maximum loan amount's only $533,000, so we're still not quite there. One aspect that many people forget about is family tax benefit. So in this case, these guys actually receive $5,000 a year in family tax benefits. This is untaxed income, so it actually increases the borrowing capacity considerably. So we've added the untaxed allowable income, family tax benefit, $5,000, taken our maximum loan amount up to $583,000. We're still not quite there. So one of the other things that we need to factor in is that all of the lending that they'll do for investment purposes is tax deductible. So the $450,000 that they borrowed there gives a calculated interest add back from the investment loans of $555,000, and that takes us up to a maximum loan amount of $676,000. You can see that the investment loan interest is included there. And that's the end of this tutorial. Thanks for listening.